Pagājušajā gadā Latvijas kausu izcīnīja Auda virslīgas jaunpienācēji, un šogad, 23. gadā, Auda pārstāvēs Latviju arī Eirokausos. Tas šai komandai izdevās Tomislava Stipiča vadībā. Stipičs nopelnījis paaugstinājumu, pārcēlies uz Rīgu. Savukārt Auda atradusi citu treneri. No Somijas atbraucis Simo Valakari, bijušais arī Jāņa Ikaunieku treneris Somijā. Un vienu dienu pirms Auda dodas vēl vienā ceļojumā, ceļojumā nebūtu pareizi teikt, bet uz darbu, trenēties siltajās zemēs uz Turciju, mēs noķērām Simo šeit pat Rīgas centrā, lai aprunātos viņu, lai viņš varētu arī ar sevi iepazīstināt. Hi Simo, and welcome to Latvia. Nice to meet you. First of all, could you introduce yourself to Latvian football fans? Tell about your, maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, thank you very much, and happy to be here and yes, introduce myself. Not the easiest question to start, but let's put it that way. I hope when we start playing with Auda, people start recognizing, okay, this is Auda, this is how they want to play. So I hope, as always, as a coach, I can leave and show clear identity how our team wants to play. So that's the best introduction what you can do as a coach. Basically, I played 10 years as a professional. I played Scotland Premier League, English Premier League, MLS for FC Dallas, little bit Finnish Premier League as well. Then I was 37, I was still playing, and then I got pretty bad injury to my knee. And I still had one more year playing contract left, and the owner of that time, he asked me, Simo, we would need a coach for our academy team. Could you be interesting? And my first response was, no way. When I stopped playing, I never ever gonna be a coach, because I have seen so many coaches, they working so many hours, they are first in, last out. As a player, I was thinking, coaching cannot be that difficult, because as a player, you always think by yourself. But then I said, okay, let me go and try. I can go one more, because I still wanted to somehow to be part of the football. And very first training, I went with the young players, and suddenly, I fell in love with the coaching, because I felt, man, I can help these young players. Maybe they don't need to do same mistakes as I did a player. Maybe I can teach them to reach their full potential. And then what I realized as well, I would like to go back now for my old coaches and to say, I'm very, very sorry. Coaching is not that easy when I thought when I was playing. But now I'm totally loving coaching, and I have been very, very lucky. I've been coaching very good clubs, very good teams, very good players. And as I said, after these 10 days now with Auda, I see big potential here. The club is growing. The club already playing in Europe this year. Very good atmosphere inside the club. There is a lot of people, my staff, people who are working for the club. They really love the club, and you can see the passion that Auda means a lot for them. I really like that. And the players, what I've been able to work now, these 10 days, they are honest, good players. They put every day in training, they put their best what they can. And as a coach, I cannot ask much more. And as I said, it's very, very early days in our process, and a lot of work ahead of us, a lot of work on the training field, a lot of work off the field. But yeah, I hope this is kind of introduction as a coach of Simo Valakari.
As a coach, who are these coaches in the world or Europe? Who are you looking for? How they work or their style? Do you have some good examples?
Of course, I like to watch, and I watch a lot of football, and I watch a lot of teams. What I can see it, okay, they have some idea what they try to do, but I have to say that idea does not need to be the same how I want our team to play. But it's always interesting when there is something you can see they have been training on the training field. There is an automatism, those movements there. I always look those, and of course, looking now, I'm a big fan of English Premier League, but there is so many good teams in Europe, and I look a lot, the managers, head coaches, interviews after the match, how they handle the pressure situation, if they have lost or win, how they handle, this media game as well. And as always, it's a learning. But then you cannot copy that. Yes, I want to be like a Guardiola. I want to be like a Klopp. No. You need to be yourself. You need to be what you are. But you can always learn and take some good things. Maybe as a playing career, I can take some moments that, okay, maybe this coach did not handle this situation so well. So I remember that it was not that good. So it's always you need to learn, because as a player, as a team, as a club football, if you stay still, it's impossible. You are not improving then.
During football games, what is your style? Are you screaming coach, or are you cool and silent coach?
Good question. I think I'm a little bit, mixed, those, and I truly believe, the process what we do on the training field, and I wish when we go to the match, more likely we know as much as possible what we need to do. We know as much as possible what opponent, what they maybe will do. But then, of course, in a match, as I always say to my players, you need to be involved. You need to feel the game. You need to be inside the game. And sometimes I need to maybe scream. Sometimes I need to maybe give instructions. Sometimes I just need to be there with my players. So I would not say that I'm screaming all the time or I'm silent and thinking all the time. It is what the game asks me to do, that we can get the best result out of the match.
I looked tactics you used with scoops, and I saw that you're pretty often changing formations. You play 3-4-3 or 4-2-3-1 or other shapes as well. Can we expect similarly in Auda that you will not play one shape in all games?
Yeah, and I think, for me, those formations, they are just the numbers. Even, yes, we can change with the back four, we can change with the back three, but one thing what I do not like to change is the principles how we play, how we fill the field, how we want to control the game with the ball, how we want to progress. Those numbers, depending so many things, the players I have available, which formation, and mostly, as always, there is an opponent. So we always try to find this system to give us the best advantage to play against this opponent. And then sometimes it might be if they have only two strikers, we can maybe play with the back three, because that gives enough overload the first phase of the build-up. Or we need to play with the more wing backs to give a more width. Then we play with the wing backs, or we need more players in the middle. Then it's maybe 4-2-3-1. It all depending what we think gives us the best chance to be successful.
Last year, Auda was like a lonely ship in a table. They were far away from top four, but ahead of the other teams. And it was little bit like boring in a table. It was like the fifth place, and not more and not less. How do you see this year? Do you think Auda is capable to fight more than last year in a league?
That's very important, and of course, I'm very, very happy that they won the cup. It's always, winning the trophies. It's important, but I think we all agree that Auda is growing a lot as a club now, and I think looking last year, there's a good foundation where we can build up. But as always, we want to be successful, and what we would like to do. Yeah, we know in Latvia there is those big teams that other teams try to change, and I think for us it's so important that we can somehow close the gap for them. As you said it, that we are not between, because between it's nothing. We want to push those top four teams more than we were able to push last year.
I believe you already know your team pretty well. As you said, you are nicely impressed. Do you see the style team could play with these players, offensive play or maybe some pragmatic, like Mourinho style?
As always, it's all about the context and the players what I have. But what I have seen, so far with these, with my players, they are good footballers, and we all start to play football that we can play with the ball. And of course, we try to control the ball, have possession, hurt the opponent with the ball as much as possible. Maybe some matches, as you said it, we are not able to do that. So we need to be pragmatic, defend well, hit the counter-attack. So again, everything depends what happens in a match. But mostly we do all our training as much as with the ball. We want to find the right spaces. We want to have a good rotations. We want to have a good structure that we can play with the ball.
Last year, one of the main Audas brands, it was Fabrice Ondoa, and he remains with the team. Does he remains also as a captain, and do you see him as a clear leader in the team?
Of course, he came a little bit late, to Cyprus, because of some personal issues. But since first day when he came, he light up the training camp with his personality, and he's very, very good guy. He takes care a lot of things. He really cares about his teammates, and of course, yeah, he's an excellent goalkeeper as well. But I see many leaders, in our team. Some are more silent leaders that they do their work on the field. Some players, they talk more verbally, as a leader. But there's a good mix of the players. But as I said it, one of the biggest principles what we try to now do with the Auda is that it's everything for the team. We need to play as a unit. We need to play as a collective team, because then all the individuals will look better. And so far, the boys, they are really, roll their sleeves and go and do the things. So I've been very happy.
And what about the coaching staff? What can you say about Marks, Zuntners, and also maybe some Finnish assistants will add?
Yeah, that's the thing. And I have not known Marek, since these 10 days, but already before the Christmas, when we started to talk about the possibility that maybe we could, make a coaching team in Auda. What a guy, his personality, how much he cares and think about the football, how good he is with the people, and of course the energy what he brings, to me, to the coaching staff, to the players, it's amazing. And of course we have Alex, goalkeeper coach, very experienced goalkeeper coach, working with the top coaches. We have good medical side. Really, they try to do everything that the players are as fit as possible. And of course, as a little bit with our team, with the players, the coaching staff is still maybe evolving. We need some more hands. We need some more people inside, definitely. But as always, it's so important for me, as it is with the players. First of all, that we will find the right characters who will fit our way of doing things, who will take these our values and principles, how we want to work. And that's why, because we have been able to work with this little coaching stuff now, but we always look now, what can we bring someone in? Do we need to bring someone in? So it's a little bit still open what's going to happen.
Talking about Finland, you left KuPS pretty unexpectedly for them. Was they angry about this?
I think, as always in football, we had fantastic 2 years, and, we won two times, the Finnish Cup. We were 1 point off, to win the champion, and we played over 2 point something, points average. Only thing that the opponent, Hoiko, they played 2 fantastic seasons as well, so we could not do anything about it. We were 4th round of playoff, European, 3rd round of European games. Everything was so successful, but as always in football, the things come to the end, and of course I understand KuPS, because all this happened pretty, as you said it, pretty quick, but that's football. Things change a lot, and I was promised by the club, if something good comes up, abroad, I'm able to go, and I think now it was the right moment to go. So there was no drama, no anything, just a normal football business.
In Cups, you worked with Jānis Ikaunieku, Latvian football player, and now you will play each against other. He will play for RFS. What can you tell about Jānis and how you are looking forward to play against him?
Special player, and I had a amazing 2 years with him, you know. And unfortunately, very first year with Jānis, he was a little bit struggling with the injuries. He could not kind of play as many games as we were hoping, but last year he was magnificent, you know, and he played. And I think Jānis was one of the first ones, you know, sending me a message that congratulations, your new job, and if you need any help, you know, I'm willing to help you. And to play against him, it's not an easy task, because we know when Jānis, when he's on fire, he's almost unstoppable. But that's what we want to do as an Auda team. We want to play against those good players. We want to play against the good teams, challenge us, see where we are. So it's I have a couple of more. Lucas Rangel for Riga, you know, he worked for me with the Cups, an amazing guy as well. We had a good time together, even only half a year. But yeah, but football it's a small world, and players and coaches, they know each other. And now it's a new adventure for me, new chapter. How much I know the Latvian league. I've been following these top teams, you know, RSF, Riga, because Finnish teams, they played in a cup. Latvian, you had Miksu Pātelainenu as your head coach for the Latvian national team, and I learn every day, you know, more about, you know, how the football works here. So I'm very excited.
When Miksu Pātelainenu worked as a Latvian national team coach, the first goal under him scored also Jānis Ikaunieku when Latvia won Estonia 1-0. It was also a coincidence. And did you talk with Miksu before to make decision to go or not to go to Latvia?
No. I did not want to, you know, I just wanted to make my own decision, you know, not depending, you know, how it was. I was just talking to people I thought who were involved in this, and then I wanted to have my own decision. But now later on, now it's when I get my own picture first, then it's good to have other opinions as well, how the things work here. So maybe later on I will be in touch with Miksu.
Probably many football journalists will compare you with Stipic, who worked last year. It was first season for Auda in highest league. And one thing which seems to be similar, celebrations of big victories, because Stipic likes to make big celebration parties with the team. And also we have heard from Jānis Ikaunieku that you are also pretty impressive in this kind of things. What can you tell about this?
I wanted to know how you know, but of course Jānis has. But as always, you know, how I see the football, you know, during the week we put everything in what we have, and then as a footballer, as a club, as a team, you need to celebrate those victories, because any victory, it does not come cheap. It does not come without almost sacrifices. So you need to enjoy those. Otherwise, if you're just waiting, you know, that yes, we will celebrate when we are in a Champions League group stage, blah blah blah, it's too boring. Then it's nothing. You need to enjoy what you do, but it doesn't take away that hard work. The hard work comes first. You work hard, and then when it's the time to celebrate, then of course you need to celebrate. And yes, we have had some good parties, and I hope we will have some good parties with Auda as well.
Okay, and the last question, you will have 50 years in some months, so you will celebrate your big birthday in Latvia. Have you already known Riga as a city or country? What do you think about this, that now you are like living in Latvia?
Yeah, and I have been visiting Riga as a tourist, you know, years before, you know, and I really liked, you know, the style and the feeling of the city, you know. It's an international city. It's a nice, beautiful old houses. There's some river goes. There's parks. There's nice restaurant. You can sit for the coffee. And how I'm gonna celebrate my birthday, I have to say, I rather, you know, celebrate with someone else's birthday. I'm not a big fan celebrating my birthdays, but let's see what's happening. But at the moment now I'm celebrating, you know, every day to be here and working with the team, and it's a hard work. As I said, it's a lot of work we need to do, but there's a good foundation of what the old coach, what he did, you know, with the team, and you know, he set up good mentality for those players. So you can see that he has done very, very good job. So, but now it's a new journey, new adventure. We have a new team, new players coming in as well, but still we have a good history and strong foundation where we can build up. And what we want to do, we want to make this year to look like us, whatever it is then, what kind of team we want to play. But I hope that people can recognize that, okay, this is Auda playing, this is Auda way of playing. And of course, we want to, as you said it earlier, we need to get a little bit closer to those top 4 teams, and building the club as well, and many interesting things.
Okay, thank you, coach, for this interview, and with Arkādijas, we wish you good luck.